Hello everyone, so today we're going to be doing a reaction video to one of my older videos from earlier this year. Interested to see what we're going to watch? Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Caleb, and on here you're going to find a lot of things like luxury shopping, reveals, reviews, unboxings, luxury travel, daily vlogs, pretty much anything that's to do with life and style. You're going to find right here. So before we go any further, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, give this video a thumbs up, say hi down in the comments, find me over on Instagram, caleb.snell.designer. And what are we doing today? We are going to react to my luxury bags I'm buying in 2022, luxury shopping resolutions, buying my first Chanel bag. This was a video I put out on January 2nd. Couple of key things before we dive in. This was actually the video that kind of turned things around for my channel. Don't know why, don't know what happened, what we did differently, but for some reason this video kind of took off and I think brought in like 100, how many subscribers?
Like 50 in 2 days.
Like 50 subscribers in 2 days just from this video alone. So this kind of turned things around for my channel. Before we get started, I would like to note that I am wearing Gucci. I believe it is from a cruise collection or resort, one or the other. My jewelry is from Ben on Moon. The cufflinks are Versace, and this look was fire. Not gonna lie. I'm super excited to see like what I thought I was gonna be doing all year. Guarantee we didn't follow the plan. Hello everyone, so today we're going to be discussing my 2022 luxury bag collecting habits resolutions. Interested to see how I change my shopping habits? Stay tuned. Did I change my shopping habit? Hello everyone and welcome. Happy New Year. We've made it to 2022 finally. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with who I am, my name is Caleb, and on here you're gonna find a lot of things like luxury. All right, we're gonna skip the introduction chapter because literally if you watch any of my videos, you've heard it 1,000 times. So we're gonna skip over to the resolutions part. I had like this big game plan for the year and we all know it didn't happen. Speaking of promises, the reason why you're here. So 2022, it's a new year and with it brings new promise, new possibilities. And this year, did it bring new promise and possibilities? This year, I've decided to reel in my luxury shopping habits a little bit. I didn't say a whole lot, but a little bit. At least I'm honest. You can't say I'm not, right? Last year, if you watched my designer bags I purchased in 2021 video, you'll know that I purchased, I think 32 was the round number that we came out to. That's not including the 2 I sent back to Fashion File. So technically 34, but we're only gonna go with 32. And I think that's only counting designer handbags and not like Coach and Longchamp. In that case, it might be a little bit more. Anyway, so moving forward this year, I've decided that I don't plan to buy as many bags. I'm going to try and stick to 10 or less. Now, going from 32 to 10 is still a lot of bags in 1 year, don't get me wrong, but it's going to take a lot more planning and a lot more mindfulness, which is just kind of going to be the theme, I think, of 2022. 2021, you know, it was a whirlwind of a year. Looking back, I don't know, you know, it's only been like 12 months, but it felt like 3 years crammed into 1 year. It was a long year. A lot happened for me in 2021. I started my YouTube channel. I got promoted at work. We moved to the Chicagoland area. 2021 was a big year, not only for me, but I'm sure for all of you as well. So hopefully 2022, we can slow down, kind of reflect a little bit more, and circling back, be a little bit more mindful. So I've decided to only buy 10 bags this year. I'm gonna buy 5 bags new from boutiques, which with that, you know, those typically come with a higher price tag, usually quadruple what you can get on like Fashion File or Rebag. So again, that's gonna help me kind of reel it in, plan more, save more, which I need to do more of this year as well. And then probably about 5 or so bags from the pre-owned market. So that's gonna be like probably mostly Balenciaga, quite honestly. From that, the game plan for this year was to only buy 10 bags in total, which I don't remember. You're gonna have to watch one of my recent videos down below. I think we're close to 30 again, if not over. I don't really remember, but I know the number is in that video. Plan was to buy 5 new from boutique and then 5 pre-owned. I mean, I bought close to 30, so we know that didn't work out. When it comes to the new in boutique, I think I bought mostly Coach new in boutique. And then I got my Hermès Kelly in boutique, but I mean, that was pre-owned, obviously. Yeah, everything else was still Fashion File, Rebag, Yugi's Closet, that kind of stuff, which I'm fine with. I bought some really good bags this year, but most of the new bags I bought, I think all of the new bags I bought were just Coach bags. So the first brand we're gonna discuss is obviously Balenciaga. We all know I was Balenciaga crazy back in the day, like a whole year ago. Anymore, I think that the newer designs, like I'm kind of bored. Like I feel like we've seen it. Like it's been done. Like I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for a shakeup. So let's see what I had in store for 2022 with Balenciaga. All right, so B is for Balenciaga. And as you all know, Balenciaga is my absolute favorite house. I think I'm up to 13 or 14 bags. First and foremost, that beautiful brief there, the anthracite with the shove leather. I never carried it, but I do regret selling it because it was such a gorgeous bag. I mean, that giant gold hardware is everything. Gorgeous. And quite a few wallets and small leather goods. But we're not here for that. If you need a refresher, I'm gonna have all the links below for all the bags that we're seeing up here on the table, previous unboxings and things, so you'll be able to catch up. Now, when it comes to Balenciaga, there are two bags that are currently out that I have my eye on. The first one is the small hourglass and the shiny box calf. I love the hourglass. I think it would be a great addition to my collection. Now, I'm sure by the time I'm ready to buy it that the colors that are out right now won't really be in stock anymore, but I do love the light green. It's got like a really neat, like kind of 90s beachy aesthetic to it, and I'm here for it. That is my vibe 100%. Now, when it comes to... Okay, so when it comes to the hourglass bag, I'm over it. I said what I said, don't hate me. I still appreciate and love it on other people, but it's just not a bag anymore that I'm like dying to have. I think, you know, it's a really neat silhouette. I don't know that I don't think I've ever even seen one in the wild. I don't think I have. I don't know, like in boutiques, obviously, at Neiman Marcus, duh. But like on an actual person out and about, I don't think I've seen an hourglass bag on someone, which it's kind of weird considering how popular this bag was. I still like it, don't get me wrong. I'm done. Like I want something new, Balenciaga. Give me something new. This isn't doing it for me anymore. When it comes to Balenciaga, you have to have the neoclassic. For those of us who love collecting the older motorcycle bags, this is the closest iteration they have, minus the La Cajole, which I also won, but Zane and I argue about the heart mirror. It's a thing. Maybe I'll do a story time later. But I thought it'd be so much fun to not only have the old city. Do you still hate the heart mirror?
Yeah.
Zane still hates the heart mirror. Nothing's changed. But the new neoclassic, and right now I am living for the color beige, and that's another thing for next year. The goal for 2022, no more black bags. I literally have like probably 20, and a black bag. Did I buy many? I got the Coach Eagle Tote, that's black. I think that was the only black bag I bought this year. God, it's still 2022. What a long year. I'm over it. Yeah, I think just the one black bag, right? That I can think of right now. I don't know. Watch that video I linked down below because that'll be more honest. I don't know. Black bag does the same thing as the next black bag. I want to introduce more color into my collection, maybe more neutrals, more tans. Now, when it comes to the neoclassic, like yes, 100%, I still want one. They actually have more of like a lambskin looking one that's out now. It's like, I want like a large, big, smushy neoclassic with like giant hardware. Like I'm here for it. Even like the denim ones that came out recently. During the sale recently, I was kind of eyeing it. I'm like, ooh, I do like that. But again, over $1,000 for a denim bag, not here for it, but I do want the lambskin one. I think that would be really cool. And I still want to do a comparison to the old city, and then it'll be titled A Tale of Two Cities. Like, tell me that's not cute. Anyway, let's get back to it. No more black bags. I have tons. With that said, I am living for the beige with the silver hardware. It's a really good combo. And even the light pink is really cute too. But again, those colors are probably both going to be gone by the time I'm ready to buy. Ooh, imagine on the shelf, the pink and the mint green sitting side by side. That would look really good. Now, Balenciaga, the last bag that I would want to buy new from the house would be, there's this bag, it's going to come out in spring 2022. And Romina Rose May, when she was doing her recent, I think it was Harrods or Selfridges tour, I'm pretty sure it was Harrods. They had like a Balenciaga pop-up there, and they had the bag on full display right in the center. Romina's videos get me in a lot of trouble because she shows a lot of shopping in her videos, and then I immediately like start to like browse online like, ooh, I never saw that before. And I love her shopping videos. And it is stunning. So it's kind of like the Hourglass / Downtown. It's got one single handle at the top and like a doctor's bag kiss lock closure at the top, I think. I am in love with that bag. I would take it in the pink, the gray, the black. I know I said no black bags, but this bag's a vibe and I might have to get it in black. Obviously, I have a problem sticking to what I say, right? I said no black bags, and here I want to buy a black bag. The editor bag, do I still want it? No, not really. Like, I can appreciate it. Again, like, if you have it, awesome, cool. Let me know if you really like it down in the comments. But again, I think when it came out, it was like over $3,000. Like, it was a big ask. And one of the things that does bother me about the newer Balenciaga bags is they're not the same quality from the Guesky era. I think Alexander Wang, it just all kind of went down after Nicola left. So the interiors now, I don't know if they're different, but when I was truly shopping for these Balenciaga bags, the interiors were like a man-made, like it's leather, but like the chipped leather that just gets glued back together, like on like a pleather sectional kind of thing. That was the lining. Like, I'm not here for that at that price point. Like, if I'm paying you over $1,000, I mean, I know that's pretty low these days for a handbag, but if I'm paying you that much, the interior better be real leather, full grain leather. Like, come on. So next up, let's talk about a little Coach. All right. I went a little Coach crazy this year, I will say that much. First of all, brand new Coach it's pretty affordable still these days compared to other designer brands. And then on the secondhand market, if you buy a Coach bag that's like older than 3 years, like everyone's forgotten about it. So you can get it for like 20, 30 bucks. And it's a problem. Like I've stopped, searching shopgoodwill.com and eBay because I mean, those bags are so affordable. Like you're like, oh, it's 60 bucks, but then it gets here and like, where do I put it? And then compare this bag to like my true designer luxury bags. I'm never going to carry the Coach bag. Makes me sound like a snob, but it's true. Like if you collect handbags and you have some Coach and you have some like Chanel's, Louis Vuitton, other things, you probably favor these bags over your Coach bags. Like don't say you don't. We all know you're lying. Anyway, Coach, let's see what I was going to buy. So for those of you who have known me for a while, Coach was my first love. I love Coach. I've kind of shied away from it in recent years just based on like the design wasn't really my aesthetic anymore. Been there, done that. I worked for Coach for a while. Anyway, so now that they're kind of redesigning some of the new collections, I am absolutely loving it. Like this mini cash and tote is a total vibe. I want more colors to come out just so I can buy them. And of course, I don't think I've carried that since this summer. Oops. I've had fun collecting some of like the older vintage pieces from the early 2000s. To me, early 2000s Coach is... Okay, so that fur ski bag is 100% a vibe. I do want the all black version too, just because, I mean, hello, amazing. Giving me like ski weekend, vibes, Aspen, whatnot. This bag is great. It's a good size. I love that it has all the hallmarks of Coach from like the mid 2000s, early 2000s actually. The fur though, it's usually good for like the first day, the second day, but if you carry it longer than 2 days at a time, then it just starts falling out like a matting dog, like a shedding dog. And I'm not here for that look. So I carry this very sparingly. Typically, like once the weather gets cold, I'll carry it for a couple of days and then it'll wait till next year. Like it's a gorgeous bag. If it wasn't for the fur falling out, I'd use it a whole lot more. Trust me, it's amazing. Such a vibe. That is like the perfect era for Coach in my opinion. So I've actually carried this yesterday and it was a ton of fun. Anyway, so the only new bag from Coach right now, aside from this and more colors, would have to be the Rogue. You guys, I am loving the Rogue. A lot of you have it. I think Agent Bag Reviews, she has a gorgeous one. Maybe two, I'm not sure, but I know she has a gorgeous one. I found online that they have this program called Design Your Own Rogue, where essentially you go to the New York City, I think it's the Madison Avenue boutique, and you can pick from like the leather types, the sizes, the color of the interior, all the things can be customized hardware. So I'm thinking of flying out to New York, and I hope they let me film this in the boutique. If not, it's gonna be a complete waste of my time and money. But I would love to do like a come with me, design your own rogue kind of episode. So if that's something you guys are into, let me know. Of course, we're gonna have to wait for COVID to kind of slow down. So I'm thinking maybe late spring, early summer, hopefully, fingers crossed. However, I can't decide if I want the Rogue 17 or the Rogue 25. I like how small and cute the 17 is, and once all the things that I want to factor into it design-wise come out, it's about the right price for me. However, I really like the idea of having something a little bit bigger that I could use every day. So anyway, so for those of you who own the Rogue 17 or 25, let me know down in the comments which you prefer. Coach Rogue, who knew? So when it comes to the Coach Rogue, obviously it didn't happen. I mean, hello. Now, when it comes to designing your own, from my understanding, you can do it on almost any flagship store. So I guess the Michigan Avenue store here in Chicago, you can do it. So I don't have to fly to New York anymore to get it done, which is kind of nice. Am I still in the mood for Coach Rogue? I mean, yeah. I mean, I do check occasionally on eBay and whatnot. I haven't liked any of the new ones that have come out recently. I think they're, I don't know, when Coach comes out with a new bag, like they go all out with like the different like design elements, materials, quality, things like that. And then after it's been out for a few years, like it's really watered down. I think the most interesting one was the Todd Wesselman one, and I hate lips. So obviously I didn't buy that when I went to outlet. I mean, I'm still in the mood for one, but then that's $1,000 that I can put towards something I really, really, really want, which we're gonna get to here in a minute, but here nor there. So I lied. So there is another Coach bag that I want, and it was recently on the runway again for spring 2022, and it's part of their Love Letter to New York City collection or whatever they're doing, but I would love, 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 love to get my hands on the cash and tote with the Eagle NYC decal on the front. I just think that would be amazing to have in my collection. So if that does happen to drop, now I was reading Out Magazine, I think they interviewed Coach and the owner of the Eagle NYC bar, and unfortunately I don't think the bag is going to come into production, but if it does, the morning they release it, in my cart, overnight shipping. I have to have that bag. It is so cool. So I don't have any bags to bring out. So let's just... Okay, so when it comes to the Coach Eagle Tote, obviously I have it. You've all seen it. I've carried it twice. That bag was like a gauntlet to buy. Like I've never worked harder for another bag, and the one that I worked really hard for ended up being a Coach bag. Like, hello. There was a limited number release on those, and I think when I bought it, they were already on eBay for like $2,000. I'm not selling mine anytime soon, but the fact that I was able to track one down and buy it, I did miss it the morning it was released. I think it had already like pretty much been sold out or you know, waitlisted before they put it on the website. So there's that element, but I tracked one down. It is in my closet. I've carried it twice. I actually do like the bag a lot. It's just one of those things where like, can't really carry it to work, so there's 5 days out of the week. Once I get to the weekend, I don't really want to lug a huge bag. I want like something smaller and crossbody. So it's kind of like in this like weird catch-22 area, but it is a good bag. Trust me, I love it. But next up, I would like to buy my first bag from Chanel. All right, so we're gonna skip the Chanel chapter of this video because as we all know, we skipped Chanel entirely this year. This was the video where I declared like 2022 was the year of Chanel. I started saving up for a Chanel. I wanted either like a boy or like a flap. I really don't know the Chanel names. I really wanted a Coco handle or the Chanel Kelly, which is like the jumbo top handle, whatever. I don't know. I don't really understand their names. Still don't. I got super close to buying one. For some reason, my card didn't go through. Then that same weekend, I tracked down the Bvlgari Serpenti Casablanca flat bag. But then there's that whole nonsense of like, oh, when are you flying down to Miami to pick it up? Like, that's not gonna happen. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm already halfway there. I've always wanted a Birkin and or Kelly. I mean, I still do. We just went all out for the Hermès Kelly. This year is the year of the Birkin. I'm gonna declare it now, not 2022, but 2023 is year of the Birkin. So what we're gonna do is I'm saving up. I might sell some things, but I'm working for a Birkin. I love that phrase line. So hopefully within about 6 months, I should have my dream Birkin. Anyway, we're skipping Chanel. Ooh, that takes us to Fendi. All right, so next up, we're going to discuss Fendi. Now, for those of you who've been around with the channel for a minute, I think it was in October or maybe September. No, it was October. I went a little peekaboo crazy and I bought 2. So I started out with my saddle one and then I bought my much nicer black peekaboo. They're both a size large. So I think this year I want to try maybe a medium peekaboo. Now I can't decide if I want to go full price with this one or go pre-owned. So when it comes to peekaboos, unless there's a color out that you absolutely have to have or you want the experience, buy pre-owned, especially if you're buying a size large. Now I know I think they don't make the large anymore in boutique. The peekaboo does not hold its value, and typically after you buy it, it's already half price on the pre-owned market. So consider that. I did go peekaboo crazy though, and I bought 2 more. We bought the gorgeous beaded Celeria peekaboo and the stunning blue made to order, which I don't know if you can see it, but I'm carrying that today. They're absolutely stunning. I also bought the .com. And we're gonna skip the Fendi peekaboo and talk about the other Fendi bag this year, most likely. And then I'm also in love with the Fendi First Clutch. I'm seeing it on everyone on Instagram and on YouTube, and I think it's an amazing bag. This is probably one that I would go for in like a lighter tan or like one of the more, you know, the beige or the brown color, the light brown. I just think it's a beautiful bag and it would be right at home in my collection. The leather looks amazing. And I love that unique hardware at the top with the F in it. I just think that's super cool. So I think 2022, we're gonna see a Fendi or 2. We actually saw 3 Fendis, love that for me. The Fendi First. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna say, and you have to promise not to hate me, but I'm already over the bag. I said what I said. I think that it was a very cool bag. It's very of that moment in fashion, but I just don't see myself moving forward with that really having a place in my collection. I said what I said, don't hate me. Not gonna lie, you guys, it's giving very like 2021, 2022 vibes, and I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for something new, and I carried my YSL Sade clutch for a couple days this week. I don't think I'm as big into clutches as I used to be. Yeah, not gonna lie. Like, I still love them, don't get me wrong, but when you have like your, you know, your work tote with all your stuff in it, you've got a clutch, it's a lot going on. So I'm really not into clutches anymore. So I might be selling a couple to put towards the Birkin. All right, let's see what else we had in store. Next up, let's discuss Gucci. All right, so in 2022, there's only one Gucci that I really have my eye on. And if you can guess, knowing my style, it would definitely have to be the Gucci Diana tote, and I would want the size small. I think that the nano size or the extra small is a little bit too small for me, and I like the vibe that the small tote gives. Plus it's just a little bit more in price, so might as well get more bag, I guess, for your money, if you will. All right, guys, so when it comes to the Gucci Diana tote, did it happen? Obviously not. I don't know. I kind of slept on Gucci this year. I bought a lot of Gucci jewelry. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. When it comes to Gucci bags, I didn't really buy any. In fact, when it comes to Gucci leather goods, I bought a wallet. Yeah, that feels right. I bought my pink Marmont wallet to go with my blue Marmont bag that you can see in the video. Like, I mean, hello, gorgeous bag. I carried that this week too. It's only Thursday and I've already carried 3 bags. Love that for me. Gucci, I'm excited to see what a new creative director at Gucci brings. I think Alessandro Michele's designs were really fun, but they were also very of 2018 and we didn't really see any change after that, which is kind of a bummer. I think he has a lot of great ideas. I love what he did with the brand, but I'm kind of ready for like a more sleeker, sexier Frida Giannini era to return or Tom Ford era to return. I'm just ready for a shakeup at Gucci, which is kind of strange. So they waited until like towards the end of his tenure at Gucci to redo all the boutiques. Now all the boutiques are very Alessandro Michele, whereas before they were still very Tom Ford, at least here in Chicago. So I'm interested to see where that direction goes. I think the boutiques are very of Michele's design, and I just don't know how that's going to translate with a new look for Gucci. That's all I'm saying. I said what I said. Let's skip ahead to Louis Vuitton. So next up, we're going to discuss Louis Vuitton. Now, this was the house that kind of started my designer bag obsession back in 2006, 2007. I've owned quite a few throughout the years. Right now, it's not a house that's really high up on my radar anymore. I think that the designs, although I can appreciate them, aren't really necessarily my vibe anymore. So I'm kind of, cooling back with Louis Vuitton as far as the new designs go. Now, pre-owned, I would love to add some more to my multicolor collection. The Courtney clutch is amazing, especially in black with all those studs. The Beverly MM is definitely going to come in my collection, probably in white. And I'm thinking I probably won't be able to carry it off very well and only carry it occasionally, but I obviously need the Alma GM and the Speedy 30 in multicolor, right? So 2022 is going to be the year of multicolor. However, new from the house, there's only one bag. When it comes to multicolor, I bought the Speedy 30 and it actually looks fire on me. Not to toot my own horn, but it does. Still from the multicolor collection, multicolor, I want a wallet. Obviously, you need a wallet to go with all these bags. I still want the Alma GM, either black or white. Preferably black just because I have all black multicolor, but not opposed to white. I'm here for it. And then obviously the white Speedy 30, just because you have to have both. Hello. And then if I do that, then I'll need a white Maryland just to have both again. My multicolor journey has not come to an end, so I'm super excited. So when I'm working towards my Birkin, the couple of bags that I've allowed myself, I've given myself like 5 cheap bags, and that is going to be a multicolor Alma, GM, obviously. Suhali L'Imperceptible, the sac plat looking one. I don't speak French. Don't tell me down in the comments I said it wrong. I know I did. I don't speak French. Another L'Ingenue GM in blue, white, or purple. I love that bag so much that I do want a second one. Also, you probably want to know my other cheap bags, right? So the other thing that I would allow myself to veer off the Birkin journey, if the right one came up at the right price, would be the Ferragamo Studio bag. Still trying to decide what size I want, what color, what hardware I'm going to want, but I have to have a studio bag. Gonna buy, just like Fendi Peekaboos, those do not hold their value, so I will be buying that one pre-owned, or if we go to the Woodbury Commons outlet, buy one new there. But no, I wouldn't pay full price for a studio. I said what I said. And it's the Speedy 40. Not the bandolier, just the typical straight up handheld Speedy 40. That was the very first brand new bag in my collection way back in January of 2008. And I lost it in a fire, rebought it, sold it again, and bought a convertible. And I don't know why I sold it the second time. I was stupid. Now, keep in mind, I do sell things prematurely. It's true. January of 2008, I only paid $650 before tax for that bag, and it's now nearly $1,500. It would be well over $1,500 after tax. I think it's like $1,600 now after the last price increase. I haven't looked in a minute, but it is way overpriced for a Speedy. I am already off the Speedy train, not gonna lie. I can love them, I can appreciate them. Obviously I have my Speedy 30, but having just a plain monogram Speedy 40 in my collection again it's not something I want to do. Probably gonna skip this part of the journey. So I don't know if I want to pay for it to be brand new again, or if I just want to find one from 08 pre-owned. I don't know. You don't want to pay for it to be brand new. So stay tuned and find out with me. However, that would probably be the only bag that I bought brand new from the house. Now, aside from the Speedy 40 new in-house, I would probably want to do maybe the zippy coin purse again. That was my first brand new high dollar back then for me. So I actually bought the Suhali Zippy wallet, the full-size wallet, and I absolutely love it. The full-size Zippy organizer wallet is phenomenal, and I do intend to add more colors to my collection in that. Would I do the zippy coin purse again? Again, I can love it and appreciate it for other people, but I carry too many cards, and I have a Balenciaga ZCP and a Dooney & Burke ZCP style wallet, and I need something bigger. It is what it is. And for me, SLG, and I wouldn't mind a clay, and then a 4-key holder, and a Posh Toilette 15, which we did get. Actually, a few weeks after this video went up, there is a Come Shop With Us vlog where we went to Oak Brook. I was not expecting it. It was right after the holidays, and the whole turmoil of, oh, it's being discontinued because we're turning them into bags kind of thing was going on. Luckily, I found one that had been returned, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure. $455 in store. That's insane. All right, so for the final house of Saint Laurent, this house probably sparked my interest back in 08 when they added the Muse 2 bag. So when it comes to YSL, the only thing I bought this year was another YSL Muse 2. It was a failed unboxing. Fashion File, that was like the worst item they've ever shipped me. Just smashed, like folded up in like a tiny box. Like must have been someone's first day because it didn't happen again after that, obviously. I tried to make the Cabas Chic medium work for me and it didn't. Unfortunately, it did have to go back. Gorgeous bag though. So I tried to buy a couple of YSL bags, didn't really get any other than the Muse 2. So my YSL collection is still pretty small, I would have to say. I am still on the hunt for the perfect wallet, which, best of luck, they don't make the style of wallet I want. At least I can never find it. So that is my YSL journey to date. Do I see any YSL in my future? No. All the Kering brands are just kind of like stuck in like the same aesthetic over the last few years. I'm ready for something new. Give me something new, like shake things up a little bit. Like I love and appreciate their designs, do not get me wrong, but we've seen it. I'm ready for a new take, something fresh. After this, all we do is the outro. So I'm gonna end the little reaction video here. What did we think? It's kind of fun to have a YouTube channel because you can look back and kind of see like where your mind was at, you know, at a certain point in time. Like if you put these bags in front of me today, would I want to buy any of them? I mean, maybe, sure, probably, but like they're no longer like on my wish list, like my must have. And I think it's interesting that even though like I really wanted them 1 year ago, none of them entered my collection, which is kind of crazy. Other than I think, well, I did buy the Speedy 30 multicolor, but I think that's the only thing I mentioned in this video that actually made it into my collection, especially Chanel. What else? Oh, the Eagle NYC tote. Am I missing anything else? I probably am. No? Okay. Zane's keeping me straight and narrow here, you guys. Well, truthful, not necessarily straight, but I said what I said. That is today's video. Join me on Sunday because we're going to deep dive into what I want for 2023. I mean, obviously 2023 is going to be the year of the Birkin. It is finally going to happen. I've wanted a Birkin for 20 years at this point. That's not an exaggeration, and it will happen. I'm going to have a frickin' Birkin. Say that 5 times fast. I mean, you can, it's pretty easy. I don't know why I said that. So thank you for joining me today. Sorry we missed our Wednesday video. This was supposed to be the Wednesday video, but I really enjoyed like my peaceful weekend of not doing anything. So we just kind of rolled with that energy. So that's why you're getting a surprise sit down on Friday. Now, starting on Sunday, we're back to our regular schedule. So what does that mean? That means Wednesdays and Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Time, sit down, one-on-one videos. And we know we love that. So get your coffee ready, get your snack ready. Let's have a conversation. Sundays, we're still going to be doing the live premieres. So that'll be fun. I'll see you all in the chat comments on Sunday. And then Fridays, we're going to get back to our weekend vlogs. We took a couple weekends off, which was, quite honestly, you guys, freaking amazing. Like it was so nice to just like wear our sweatpants all day, every day, and just like play video games and eat junk food and not like go anywhere, do anything fabulous. Like I'm here for that energy, right? I needed a couple weekends off. I'm also getting a little bit bored of that. So we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled fun big weekends. So keep your eye out for that. And thank you for joining me today, you guys. I hope you all had a great 2022. I will see you all in the new year on the 1st. So until then, stay safe. Stay safe. It is New Year's Eve weekend. So I'm watching you. Stay safe, make good decisions. But until Sunday, have fun. Bye-bye.